We are back with the part 2 of Wanda Gate. What is happening in football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. But in case you need a refresher, I got my handy dandy slideshow presentation ready for you. The cast of characters is about to get a little bit longer, but all you really need to know is at the center of Wanda Gate, you have Wanda. She is the CEO, wifeager of very famous soccer player Mauro Icardi.
Ah, that's why she's called CEO of all.
Yes. Her weakness, though, you have to remember her weakness above everything else is the fact that she loves to post on Instagram story, maybe a little too much. It always gets her in trouble. She'll claw her way out of it and then get back in trouble, and it's like this never-ending cycle that just reoccurs for the next decade of our lives.
What's that kind of quote again?
Oh, another family you destroyed, you homewrecker. And then we have Mauro Icardi. Okay, he's the soccer player that she married, but don't get confused. He's not the first soccer player that she married. This is just the current one that she was married to. Striker, loser. Some people call him a loser. Do I call him a loser? Absolutely not. I'm just giving you what netizens say. His superpower is the reassurance post. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of guy where you're dating him and you're like, I don't think you love me. And I'm not saying that to be cute. I think you don't love me because I just saw some random girl's nudes on your phone. And then he'll like post you on Instagram. And he'll be like, my baby, above all else, my baby.
Daddy? Am I your baby?
That vibe, okay? That's you don't know where that's from. But then the weakness, Telegram chats.
Telegram chats. Ooh, we haven't got there yet, huh?
Yeah, we haven't gotten there. And his next weakness, you're about to find out. Then you have the ex. This is the ex.
Maxi, okay.
This is Maxi Lopez.
Whoa.
So this is who Wanda was originally married to. They have 3 sons together. And then Maxi Lopez, this man right here, decides that he's going to take in... Oh,
wait.
Too soon.
Okay.
Don't look at that. So Maxi Lopez decides that he's going to take in this young soccer player. Maxi Lopez is 27. His new mentee soccer player that's joining the professional league, Icardi, is 19 at the time. So he invites him into his house, home, yacht, dinner table, everywhere. And then eventually he gets invited into the wife. And they make off. They leave. They divorce.
Wait, can I see his like other things? Can you read it?
Oh, yeah.
His superpower is the ghost handshake? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he will never shake Icardi's hand. His iconic quote is, he deserves a punch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's basically all he says about Icardi stealing his wife is like, he deserves a punch. That's about it, you know? And then his weakness is getting Icardi'd, because remember, that's a verb now.
Oh.
Yeah, his weakness is getting
okay.
Icardi. Yeah, he's not that messy. Like, as you can see, there's a messiness score. So he's 5 out of 10. Icardi is 11 out of 10. And Wanda is 10 out of 10.
Dang, okay.
2021. Let me bring you back to October. It's a Saturday night. Everybody is ready to just call it a day. Some people are ready to go out to the bars, and everybody gets a notification in their group chat. You got to check Wanda's Instagram story right about now. People go, it's a black background, white text, and it says, another home, you home wrecked, you home wrecker. Some variation of that. The direct quote, the direct translation is not important. It's neither here nor there. It's an accusation. Another home, multiple homes now, that you destroyed, homewrecker. It's strong. So people start going crazy. They put hashtag WandaGate, and this is the hunt to find out who the homewrecker is. People are like, I'm not going to sleep without figuring out who this girl is. Not only can people not understand who did this because they're looking for her, they're actively becoming the CIA, NSA, they're hunting down any clues to figure out who this homewrecker is. The second thing that people don't understand, which is like a byproduct of the first thing, which is who would be insane enough to walk into this mess? Who would walk in to the Wanda Icardi household and think, I'm sure I could just fuck around a little bit. I'm sure I could see what's up. What's crazy is that with this Instagram story, nobody's even really that mad at Icardi.
Really?
It's just like, it's not even a matter of if he cheated or not. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he for sure cheated. But everyone is so preoccupied with finding out who he cheated with and wondering who would be that brave or reckless enough to walk into this fortress, this tornado that belongs to Wanda Queen. Okay, whether you think she's queen or not, she thinks she's queen. So it's about to be crazy. And they start hunting it down. By Sunday morning, there's still not a name. More people are posting on Twitter like they think that these connections are the right threads that we need to follow. Everybody's doing like a group project. And it all comes down to up until that day that she posts this, Wanda had been liking a bunch of people's Instagram pictures. Because, you know, like that's what they do. Like you like your friends' Instagram pictures. And so they noticed that every single person that she liked an Instagram picture of, she continued to like their stuff and continued to engage with their things. Except for one singular person, an actress, an Argentinian actress. Now, you would think that's not enough evidence because just because she stopped to like it, what if they had a falling out for other reasons? Or what if her stuff, just like the algorithm, never fed her the Argentinian actress's pictures anymore, so she just never ended up liking them? This actress is not just any actress though. This is the one name that could actually make this story bigger than it already was. This was about to be a very, very, very long affair. But like, how do we know it's the actress, right? Well, Wanda goes and she feeds the press the messages that she found in Icardi's phone with this actress. The actress was saved on Telegram with just her initials, CS. Her name is China Suarez. And by the way, China's not her real name. She nicknamed herself. Her stage name is China because... this sounds offensive. I feel like it's offensive. But an ex-boyfriend told her that when she smiles, her eyes go Chinese. Yeah, and then later when that started getting offensive, she like rebranded and was like, no, it's because it's because my grandma is like part Asian and you're expecting her to be Chinese. She's Japanese. Part Japanese. But you know, so she calls herself China Suarez and her initials are saved as CS. And it's well, I'm going to break down the whole relationship with Icardi later, but eventually Wanda comes across Telegram on Icardi's phone. He's never had Telegram. He's mainly on WhatsApp. So why the f*** are you on Telegram all of a sudden? And like, you know what? Telegram does have a bad rep. So she's like, let me go through his Telegram. She clicks, there's one chat. She clicks that open, and all of a sudden she's hit with a wave, a flood of erotic voice notes.
What the hell is erotic voice note? Like just making noise?
Or like seductive convo over the... I guess I don't send you enough erotic voice notes. Don't just be exposing me like that. Erotic voice notes, nude photos, videos, just like super sexual conversation. Just a lot of stuff. She's taking screenshots of each one. And what's even crazier is that I don't know if her timing is just perfection, but he had set the Telegram up so that every 5 minutes, everything on the Telegram would delete. I don't know if he set it up and it didn't work out, but he had told someone later, this comes out later, that he was going to set it up so that it deletes every 5 minutes. But I don't know if the code didn't work or if the setup didn't work or if he just never did it because he wanted to keep all of these things. I don't know. But she wakes up, finds all of this, takes screenshots, gives it to the press. And yes, it's China Suarez, but here's the kicker. Here's the crazy thing. China Suarez has always been friendly with Wanda.
No.
China Suarez,
Is it
basically,
bestie?
some people say Icardi'd Wanda. We don't know, okay? But they have, you know, she's been on FaceTime with her, smiling, introducing themselves to each other. Like they have mutual friends. And they've had some messages where China Suarez is complimenting her daughters that she has with Icardi. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into all of it. So she takes screenshots of all of Icardi's messages with China Suarez, sends them to the press, and then she posts her own black background, white text of like, another family you destroyed, you cunt, homewrecker. And people, before the leaked screenshots even come out, they're putting 2 and 2 together. Up until this point, Wanda had been liking China Suarez's posts up until she posts that. And now, if you think about it, that's not really the craziest thing in the world of, oh, just because she stopped liking someone's post, we should just take a pitchfork and hunt somebody down. China Suarez isn't just anyone. She's not like a random actress. She is a very specific person. If you're not from Argentina, the name might not mean like anything to you. But in Argentina, apparently she is like a cultural phenomenon. She's a child star.
Wow.
And she's always been in TV shows that give her the villain role. I guess she has a certain look to her. I guess she has a vibe to her. I think when she was a kid, it's like a very bad thing for the entertainment industry to do. But she's just, she's a big character. She thrives in the bad girl role. And whether that's adapting from being forced into it through her childhood, but she has no intention of wanting to be this beloved, wholesome, likable person. She's hot. She knows she's hot. And she doesn't really care if you think she's hot or don't think she's hot. She just doesn't really care at all. The reason that people were so quick to say that it's China before any evidence comes out is back in 2012, so this is when Wanda is still technically with Maxi Lopez. China is on a different show. She's about to be like the main lead actress on this movie. And there's this woman named Eugenia Tobal. She's like a beloved Argentinian actress, and she's kind of the opposite of everything China is not. So China has like this very untouchable it girl, but also kind of dark horse energy of she's unpredictable. You know those people who are so fiercely independent, they don't have a ton of friends, but then like they have this energy of like, I don't know what's gonna happen if you do have friends. Like maybe you just don't like making friends. Does that make sense? She's like a very unapproachable energy where she's just very individualistic. And she just does things by herself and she doesn't care if you don't agree with it. Now, Eugenia is the opposite. She's very vulnerable, traditional, relatable. A lot of people would consider her wholesome. She's been on TV since like the 90s. It's kind of like the actress that your mother would also love and like would want to watch TV with you with. Meanwhile, China, I feel like moms would be like, why is she dressed like that? Why is she acting like that? You know, like this is not appropriate. She, Eugenia, is not. Now, she just goes through a really rough time. She's married, but she's suffering a miscarriage. And during that time, her husband, Nicholas, he's like the Argentinian version of Ryan Gosling mixed with Zac Efron. That's what our researchers said. And he's like the guy that every woman wants and every telenovela needed. It's like that kind of energy. So they're going to star in their own series together. And Eugenia, the wife, she's suffering from this miscarriage, from the loss of a pregnancy. And I mean, he still has to work, right? So while the public, I mean, they made it public. And while the public is mourning with her and everybody is just trying to stay strong for the couple, while Eugenia is physically and emotionally recovering from her loss, there's these rumors that are starting to swirl that maybe Nicholas is not mourning alone, that China, his young, magnetic co-star, is no longer just a supporting character in the show, but is becoming a lead character in his private life. Yikes. Only 8 months into Eugenia and Nicholas's marriage, they announced their separation. It's front page news for a week, nonstop. This is all everybody's talking about. And then it starts coming out that he has moved on to his much younger co-star, China Suarez. And this is the moment that defined China's image to the public. Not even that. It gets worse.
Oh.
That's already bad, right? But it gets worse. There's an interview that she does where she's asked on the red carpet of like, how do you feel about this new image that you're having? Because technically people think you broke up a family and you attacked another woman when she was at her most vulnerable. Yeah. And she straight up has this ruthless response of, quote, I don't care about Eugenia because she has nothing to do with me. I was never her friend.
¿Firmaste entonces que ya está con la Cabrera?
Sí.
Está bien. Bueno, ¿desde hace cuánto?
No importa desde hace cuánto.
¿Estás enamorada de la pregunta cerrada, sí o no? Sí. ¿Alguna traba en la relación, lo que estás pasando con Eugenia?
No me importa Eugenia porque no tiene nada que ver conmigo, así que no es ninguna traba ni nada para mí, nunca fui su amiga, así que tampoco.
So she's like saying, I don't care. She's not my friend. I didn't, like, she's solidifying her personal code. Most women would think you already broke the code. But she's saying, no, I didn't. Because she's not my friend. So I didn't break any personal code. Damn. So now all the women are like, first of all, I don't want to be friends with her. And second of all, since I'm not her friend, is she coming after my husband? Most women being famous woman, okay? So then they're like freaking out and everyone is like, this is crazy. Again, she just has like no shame. She doesn't try to make a PR statement. She doesn't try to hide. She's just like, why would I do something wrong?
So is that like similar to how Wanda moves or no?
Wanda is like a little goofier. Goofy, not in like the mean way, but like Wanda, I think, is genuinely more
emotional.
Yeah, like a little hot-headed.
Yeah.
But
and China is like cold-hearted.
Yeah, China's like, why is that my problem?
Yeah.
Whereas Wanda is like a little, I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
She seems like she emotionally justifies a lot of things.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with her or not. But like Wanda is like, no, I only did it because A, B, C, and D, and this person hurt me. Like that's the reason that I think Wanda would give. But China's like, she's not my friend. It's giving more a bit Icardi vibe. Icardi's like, well, he was my teammate, but whatever. It's like very like, whoa.
Okay.
We don't even care.
Yeah.
I mean, the scandal was so impactful that it actually even hurt Eugenia because the media nicknamed her that poor thing. Like that poor girl, right? And it took a decade for her to shed this.
Wow.
For people to stop considering her that poor thing.
Wow.
So this is the whole incident.
So people must hate her then.
Some people still love her.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people still love her, right? I think it's difficult when you're like a child star because a lot of people grew up with her. Maybe there's a lot of nostalgia. Maybe there are people, I don't know, you know? I'm sure there's...
What about the husband? Or do you know much or no?
No, I don't know what happened to him after. But like no one ever hates the husband, right? No one really hated Icardi. They're just like really freaking hated Wanda. Okay. Yeah. So she becomes known as like a disruptor of sisterhood because she has no sisterhood, nothing. And that's in 2012. They break up. Her and Nicholas break up. Then she has the motorhome incident of 2015. This actually turns her into the permanent threat to the Argentinian family. Like if you had to declare an emergency to your family unit, it's China Suarez. That's what people are saying because this isn't just a scandal. It is like the birth of a meme. It's like the birth of how Argentinians talk about infidelity. So in 2015, there is one woman who is on top of the game. Her name is Carolina Ardohain, but they call her Pampita. She's like Argentina's top model. Think of like the most famous supermodel in the history of the United States. That's her in Argentina. She's like beloved at this time. She's doing campaigns for L'Oreal, Coca-Cola, every major Argentinian brand. She is everywhere. And this is who everybody loves. Oh, side note, she also lost her daughter. So people are like, it's not even just like, oh, she's so pretty. There's strong emotional attachments. People are rooting for her. She's in this 10-year relationship with a Chilean actor, Benjamin. This is like Bradley Cooper when he was like really hot, not like, I don't know what happened to him recently, like 2010 Bradley Cooper, okay? That's Benjamin. He's on magazine covers. This is like every cologne company is like, hello, Benjamin? Benjamin? Like, that's how you know when a guy is at their peak, when they start doing cologne campaigns. Because, you know, how are you going to sell cologne? You can't even smell it through the TV. So he's got to take off his shirt. So all the cologne companies are like, hello, Benjamin? So Benjamin and Pampita are together, and Benjamin is about to do a movie with China Suarez.
Oh my God, China!
God, China!
I gotta look China up.
Oh, let me show you. This is China Suarez. Maria Eugenia China Suarez. Position, the third wheel. Superpower, not giving a flying fuck, okay? Iconic quote, we're getting there. I was just eating an avocado. It's gonna, like, the minute you know the backstory to that, you're gonna die. Weakness, separated men. Separated in quotes, okay?
Messi level 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole story ends with they're in production and Pampita reportedly walks onto the production set September of 2015, storms into one of those movie trailers, you know how the actors and actresses have their own trailers, and finds the two together in a state that leaves nothing to the imagination. These were the details later further confirmed by multiple crew members who spoke to the media. Now, what happens next is etched into the cultural DNA of just every single Argentinian in the world. Anyone who follows anything, okay? Pampita is publicly reeling, claiming that she smelled the scent of sex in the room, which, by the way, there is a scent. There is a scent. You think there's not? There's a scent. And so China takes to the cameras in defense of herself. And it was like performance art. I don't know how to describe it. She sits there and she's explaining like, no, that's not at all what happened. She says, quote, and she's so calm. She has no emotion. She's not like passionate. She just says, I was just done eating an avocado. I was just done eating an avocado. I was covering myself with a yellow blanket that I bought from Nepal. And then a person entered the trailer that was just out of their mind.
Estaba la productora, estaba Benjamín, estaba yo, recostada, con una manta amarilla que me traje de Nepal. Me terminaba de comer una palta y entró una persona completamente fuera de sí.
What?
So she's saying she's in a trailer. She just finished eating an avocado and she put a blanket on. And in walks crazy Pampita. Out of her mind.
Oh.
She's like, I was not doing anything crazy.
But Pampita said she saw them doing it.
Other witnesses stated, left nothing to the imagination.
Right. They saw them doing it.
Basically, yeah, sure.
Okay,
That's
all right.
what the reports say. Am I saying that? No. China tries to gaslight the entire nation. She's not an interloper in other people's marriages. She's just a girl with a blanket and a fruit or a vegetable, whatever you want to categorize an avocado. The avocado and the yellow blanket actually become the ultimate Argentinian shorthand meme for like a high stakes lie. You just know that if someone comes home and they go, I just asked that bitch if she stole my lunch from the fridge and she was just talking about avocados. It's basically saying like, I know that bitch was lying. Like I know they were fucking lying, okay? Anytime you hear avocado out of context, everyone knows exactly what they mean. They smell a lie from a mile away. And the crazy thing is, people start saying it's not even the fact that she did what she did. It's the fact that she's comfortable enough to go to the public and say, everyone, 2 + 2 = 5. And then they turn around and her and Benjamin walk off into the burning house together holding hands. Like they're basically together after that.
Bruh.
So she's like, I don't know what anyone's talking about. I had just gotten done eating an avocado. Meanwhile, she starts dating him quickly after. They go public. They have children together. They spend 5 years as a couple. But the public never forgot. They didn't really get to do the Wanda Icardi special. They didn't become so full force that everyone was like, oh yeah, I forgot about how they got together. Haha. Every magazine interview, every red carpet appearance was like, remember how you guys got together with the avocado? Like, no one forgot about it. This was just like the forefront of China's career. China doesn't care though. But what's crazy is when people see the history of it, China was not just someone that meets a married man on set. You know how she said, I was not friends with Eugenia, so it doesn't concern me? That's actually false. She was actually kind of friendly, at least, to Eugenia and Pampita. She would like their photos. She would have nice little messages with them here and there. And she does the same thing to Wanda. She likes all of Wanda's photos. She messages her about how cute her kids are. Her kids that she has with Icardi. And the irony here is delicious because Wanda built her entire empire on the betrayal, the Icardia, you know? But now it's happening to her. She was the original villain who won the guy and left Maxie in the dust, but now China's coming along, and China is someone who makes Wanda look like an amateur. People said it's like watching a chess master get checkmated by someone who's playing 4D chess. People are like, it's like watching the predator find out in real time that they are the prey. And people were like, it's about to get fucking crazy. And what do people do when there's 2 people? They back up the prey. I don't know why.
They back up the
Something
prey.
that we do.
What does that
you
mean?
were just the predator yesterday, but because you're the prey today.
Oh,
hashtag Team Wanda. Hashtag Team Wanda starts trending globally. Globally.
Seriously?
Fan accounts that had dragged her for years and years and years and years suddenly are defending her.
Yeah, China, they call it hate drive foot. Like, you were a hater, turn a fan.
Yes, all of
Hater,
them.
turn fans.
All of them are hater turned fans. Journalists who had spent decades calling her a homewrecker are now writing think pieces. Think pieces on how cruel this is to Wanda. People said that she was the villain, the woman who betrayed Maxie. But the entrance of China Suarez into this, Wanda is the victim now. And this is about to become historic. China is someone who makes Wanda's previous scandals look like child's play. Child's play. And you know who's getting out with no scratches right now?
Icardi?
Yes! People basically fucking forgot about him. He's a background extra in his own scandal that he committed.
Yeah.
He committed the crime.
He's a cheater.
He committed the crime.
Wait.
And now he's an extra.
Is China still married to or dating anybody?
So she said that they were like just breaking up at that point.
Oh, but she's still kind of together with someone else.
And then so she like came out to Benjamin and was like, hey, just to let you know, that post that Wanda did is about me. And I think everyone's going to find out soon. And he was like, you think I didn't know that you're seeing Icardi? That's, how it's been reported.
Wow.
Yeah. It becomes a woman versus woman gladiator match because that's what society does. They're like, forget Icardi. I don't even know if he's playing soccer at this point. We just need to know what's been going on. And it's about to get crazier and crazier. Now, let me bring it back to the beginning of Icardi in China, how that affair starts. Icardi and China have lived in the same overlapping circles for years. Like in the world of Argentine celebrities and footballers, there's like maybe a tight-knit circle of 200 people. All the footballers, because we're not talking about all footballers, we're talking Argentinian footballers. So there's like about 200 footballers, their wives, their partners, and then like celebrities who commingle with a lot of the sports people. So there's like about 200 of them. They all follow each other. They all show up at the same events, the same parties. But there's like a massive difference between knowing about somebody and then actually paying attention to them. Now, at some point during late 2020, during COVID, someone starts paying real close attention. One party. The first contact timeline is a little bit murky because we're just going off of everybody's stories and Wanda's story changes every few minutes and like it's just a mess. So according to a journalist, this is the person who broke the story, Yanina. She's basically like, there's no comparable because I feel like everybody in the US that leaks a lot of celebrity stories, they're not really well loved. Yanina is somehow really well loved. So people really like her and she seems to have a lot of opinions about the stories that she breaks and like lots of verified information. Around 2020, 2021, China is in Madrid filming a new movie called The Lie.
Somebody needs to watch out.
Okay, so she's filming the movie called The Lie. And she is in a rocky patch with her partner. Some people say that her and Benjamin were separated. Some people were saying like they were separated but kind of still communicating. It's a little bit iffy. And China seems really bored and she starts scrolling through all the soccer highlights. And like she sees this one guy where she's like, I like what he does on the field. I like how he plays with his balls. She goes to his profile and likes the picture.
This is before she knows him or knows his wife?
She knows his wife. I mean, they're so public.
But she doesn't know him,
No.
you're saying?
Like, she doesn't really know him. Like, I'm sure they all... It's like they probably have been at the same events, but they've never been, like, formally, hi, let's sit down and have a chat. Like, maybe they were introduced once in passing, like, hi, my name is Sarah.
But, like, it's kind of...
Yeah.
If someone is famous, you know them. Like it's like maybe you never talk to them, but you know who they are.
Yeah.
So she hiding him, like she's going in with the intent of starting because
Allegedly.
it's clearly they're married. You clearly know this famous person is married.
Yeah.
She's like ready for something.
Exactly.
Dang.
The like leads to a follow, leads to a DM. Now, according to Yanina, it seems like maybe Icardi DM'd first. I don't really know, right? Nobody really knows. Meanwhile, I just have to give you a little bit of context of what's going on. By this point in 2021, Icardi and Wanda, they've had some scandals. This is after like the 5 balls pass, he gets demoted from being the captain, and also he just got traded. I don't know if he was traded or he switched teams or like how it worked, but he was playing for Inter Milan and he was like the lead striker. This was like a huge thing. And then he gets traded into PSG, which is in France, the Paris Saint-Germain team, and he becomes kind of like a bench player in the 2020-2021 season. So he goes from the main lead on a band to basically being a background singer in just a couple of years. King of Milan, face of every billboard in Milan, and now he's just like a kind of like a background guy. Yeah, and no one's talking about him. Everyone's talking about Messi in 2021. Like, he just is, maybe he's having some sort of like midlife crisis at 28 years old. He's feeling invisible. He's looking for a way to feel like a winner again. He feels resentment towards his wife, probably because of all the scandals that have happened thus far. I mean, it's like the perfect headspace for a China Suarez notification, right? So, oh yeah. And Wanda's busy. She's going from Paris to Milan to Argentina. She's hosting all of these, like she's a full force celebrity in her own right. She's on the Masked Singer, Argentina's Masked Singer. She's launching fashion collaborations. She's like managing multiple client contracts. She's making money. She's doing her own thing. They start DMing and somehow that transfers over to WhatsApp.
Now, how did it go from WhatsApp to
Telegram?
Yeah.
When opportunity strikes, you have to seize it. Amazon Prime's same-day delivery helps you say yes before the moment slips away and turn maybe next time into yes right now. Got asked out on a last-minute date but have nothing to wear? Don't take a rain check. Say yes. Prime can get you the perfect fit just in time to make that dinner reservation. Did your best friend suggest a spur-of-the-moment road trip? Make it happen. Clean underwear and a travel pillow delivered before you can even pack the car. Are the kids begging for an impromptu astronaut-themed slumber party tonight? Say yes and make it epic. Prime gets you everything from glow-in-the-dark stars to a projector to popcorn fast. And the memories made in that spaceship fort made out of blankets, absolutely priceless. Say yes to the moments that don't wait. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to find millions of items delivered fast. Same-day delivery, it's on Prime, available in select areas. Terms apply. So WhatsApp is interesting because you get a notification of last seen and online. So when you're on WhatsApp, everyone that you've added knows you're online on WhatsApp or the last time you were online, like a GPS for suspicious wives and partners. And Wanda has the detective skills of a high-ranking intelligence officer. So China is like, we probably need some sort of digital bunker to hide from. Enter Telegram. This is where Yanina, the journalist, like drops the hammer. She's breaking the story, and she explains that it was China's idea to migrate to Telegram, that it was, quote, more secure. And, Telegram, she says, this is the place where real crimes happen. So she writes to him, let's go to Telegram. They open up Telegram, they start talking, and well, you know where it goes from there. And apparently Icardi is recycling like the classic unhappy husband's greatest hits. He's out here spewing the,
I don't love her as a partner anymore. I see her more as a mother or like a best friend.
that type of shit to China, okay? And it's reported that after this, China starts sending these husky voice notes where she sounds like she smoked 10 packs of cigarettes and like these cinematic, erotic videos selling him a fantasy, And he's just like escaping into it. And she sends him a message. One day we have to go out and party, you and I, in some part of the world where they don't know you. Ha ha ha. You know what's crazy? I don't even think Icardi liked that message because people like Icardi probably have a really big ego and they're like, what part of the world doesn't know me?
Wait, they leaked the message, like the voice and stuff too?
No, I don't think they leaked the voices.
Okay.
Yeah. And so while this is happening, while these messages are just flying into the Telegram vault that's not so secure, is it? China is still online liking Wanda's family photos.
Yeah. 4D chess.
Okay? And then, Wanda starts FaceTiming a separate friend, like a girlfriend. And that girlfriend is like, seems like she has no clue what's going on, obviously. And she happens to have a mutual friend, China, who's also in the room. And apparently on FaceTime with Wanda, the friend is like, oh, China wants to meet you. And so China comes on FaceTime and is like, oh my God. Like,
meanwhile, China is doing all that with Icardi. Wow.
Yes. According to Wanda's story, right? She's literally smiling at the wife on FaceTime. Meanwhile, he's like, ooh, can't wait to kiss you goodnight. Like crazy stuff. Now, we circle back to October 2021. This is like when the Telegram voice notes, erotic videos, they've been back and forth, but they need a little bit more. So they decide that they're going to meet in real time. China flies to Paris. Now here's the problem. Icardi can't just like stroll out of his front door or bring this very famous Argentinian actress into his house where everybody probably knows where he lives because he's this massive footballer. He also can't check into a hotel pretending that she is Wanda. Like everybody knows.
Yes.
So he needs a wingman who is willing to risk it all to keep this secret. That's where you enter a fellow player, Jacob von Plessen. Jacob. Now, this is where it gets Shakespearean because Jacob is not just some random teammate who's like, I got no morals, I'll be your wingman.
Okay.
He is Wanda's brother-in-law. He is Wanda's sister's husband. Because remember, Wanda has a sister named Zyra.
And he's also a footballer.
Yes.
And they're teammates?
Yes.
And he's covering him.
Yes.
Wow.
So imagine,
Bro.
imagine
Oh my God,
Wanda's brother-in-law is helping her husband cheat. The betrayal is coming from inside the house. The Nara sisters are up in Milan for Fashion Week, and the boys, no, the fucking the men, okay? They're doing some crazy shit in Paris.
Yeah. That's crazy. I bet they probably be like, you know, I cover for you, you cover for me.
Yeah, because what does Jacob get out of
Exactly.
it? Exactly.
Exactly. And if he agrees to cover something like this, damn.
So he goes into the hotel room first, and then Jacob stays in the car acting as like a human shield in the hotel parking lot. I don't know if he's like getting her a room card so that she doesn't have to go to the front desk, but he's like standing guard. Some reports say that he even slept in the car to make sure nobody caught them.
No
okay,
way.
so this Jacob is like so determined.
No, this is crazy. This is crazy.
No, yeah. It's insane.
Wow.
Now, there's no like smoking gun paparazzi photos of them entering the room together, but we do just have a lot of reports coming out from random people in Wanda's circle, in Jacob's circle, like everybody, and they're piecing together that this is what's happened.
Do we know what Wanda said about her brother-in-law and sister and
No, but they will get a divorce, most likely due to this incident.
sister?
Yeah. Jacob and the sister get a divorce. And it's crazy because you'll see why it's crazy. Now, when all of this hits Instagram, now I'm just fast forwarding again to the black screen, white text, another family you destroyed, you homewrecker, that Instagram story. By 3 p.m., the next day, Icardi is trending globally on Twitter. By 5 p.m., China Suarez is trending and people are flooding her comments with, you're a homewrecker, you have no shame. It's like total social execution. She's got the digital scarlet letter painted all over her feed. And Wanda, being the tactical genius that she is, she just goes silent. She lets the internet do the heavy lifting. She lets everybody's imagination and their rage fill the void. And then the next day, Icardi decides it's time for me to make my move. I've been silent far too long. Sunday, the next day, he posts a photo of him and Wanda cuddled together. And the caption is, Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Now, I will say Mother's Day is in October in Argentina. I know we have ours in May, but... And then another photo of him gazing lovingly into Wanda's eyes. And this is a picture that was clearly taken from Milan. So a lot of people are piecing it together. Like, they're not actually together today.
Oh.
He's posting old photos with hearts and I love you and all of this. And these posts will later be memed into oblivion. And Wanda is watching, the whole world is watching, and people are like, is she gonna fall for the bait? Is she gonna forgive him? People are like, we gotta know what's going on. He lets his post sit up for the full day. People are intrigued. Maybe his public plea is going to work. And then Monday, October 18th, in a final desperate move to like prove his loyalty, Icardi unfollows every single person. His following count goes down to 0, and then bing to 1. Only Wanda. This is publicly, like, you know, someone did some shit. Like, when they're only following their partner, you're like,
But
are you
like,
okay?
that's like the best you could do About like the whole thing? Really?
That's what I'm saying. And actually, this becomes a whole thing with Icardi. He has a tendency to increase his followers when life is going well, and then back to one when it's not going well. So it's kind of like a where's the relationship status marker for Icardi. So he's only following Wanda. It's silent. Monday, she posts one picture.
Who posts one?
Wanda. Simple, clean, devastating. It's her left hand resting on a surface, fingers spread out, and the ring finger is empty. The caption reads, "Good day. I prefer my hand without a ring on it." So it's not like passive. It's pretty aggressive, you know?
Yeah.
And this post does so much damage. The comments turn into a war zone. People go back to Icardi's Happy Mother's Day post and they're just like fighting like hell. Some people are saying forgive him for the kids. They're like, update, she didn't forgive him. Like, it's a whole thing. And then under her thing, everyone is commenting on threads. They're reposting her story and they're like, queen, fire emoji, clapping emoji. People are like, what an icon. Fuck that guy. She's so right for that. And then the day after that, she's spotted. Paparazzi spot Wanda leaving the Paris airport. And people are like, where is she going? Is she going to Milan? Because like at this point, home is Milan because he was playing in Milan for so long. So she likes Milan better. So is she going to Milan? Is she going back to Argentina? Nobody knows. But the image of her leaving Paris at that airport, the message is there. She is done. She's over it. She's done with him. But Icardi doesn't quit. He keeps posting Hail Marys. He's posting this super raw, painful caption. Thank you, my love, for continuing to trust this beautiful family. You only heal when you have forgiveness from those who hurt. Then he posts another picture with her hugging and he writes, hold me tight and never let me go. And then China, she starts speaking up. So everyone's like, what is happening? Okay, so China finally goes onto Instagram. She's waited like a week and she starts posting and she says that, I'm just going to read it to you. Okay, so she's like, what's happening today has behind it such a much bigger and deeper story, one that surely many women will identify with. I've had to deal with men whose words I believed, that they were separated or separating and that there were no conflicts. So she's basically saying Icardi told me they were not together and that his wife Wanda knew that we were together and like doesn't really care. I feel in this situation an internal feeling of deja vu where I'm once again paying with my reputation for issues that are in the personal domain of any woman. So she's like, a repetition that exposes my inexperience. She's like, I'm just so inexperienced with men. It's not a pattern of behavior of me, entering people's homes and stealing the husbands. It is a repetition of inexperience. And above all, the profound trust I gave these men who then kept silent, letting the wolves eat me. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And she's also like, it's easier for the other woman to hit me and let off steam. So she's saying like, Wanda is mad at me when her husband told me that they weren't together. She says, I repeat, my constant silence to preserve my family ties, which have always been my priority, worked against me. But today, I don't want to be silent anymore because I know we are many women to whom this has happened and whom the external gaze judges. Yeah. And she also says that she didn't provoke anything. She said, what happened is a situation that I did not start, didn't encourage, and didn't provoke. Now, I will say the comments were split on this. Some people agreed with her message. I think it's so nuanced, right? So some people just full on, because they agreed with her message, they decided that she was right. So they're like, go off, expose the double standard, which true, right? And then a lot of people were in the middle where, expose the double standard, but maybe not from you. Maybe you should not be the messenger. Maybe we'll have somebody else take over from here, right? So it was kind of like, I think that's the more appropriate response. And then you had the other side that was like, Pepita warned us about you, you stupid slut. Okay, so there was it was vastly different fights happening in the comments everywhere. And always, I will say, women do get the short end of the stick. And yeah, the double standard is there, but that's not the point right now. A day after China's post, Wanda is absolutely not in the mood for any shit. So then she posts a collage on Instagram, just old photos of her. And these are old Instagram photos that she and Icardi have posted during that timeline. So she's saying,
while Icardi was flirting?
Yeah,
Or-
she's saying, oh, China, you believed that we were not together? Well, here's us kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower that we posted while you guys were talking. Yeah, and she wrote a caption that says, don't lie and say you thought he was single. I'll take care of my family. Life itself will take care of the little whores. Yeah, so she called her little whores. Yeah, my Argentinian researcher said, you know in English, like little whores? It kind of sounds goofy.
Sounds pretty strong to me.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's like fuck and the Korean word for fuck. It's like even more like dense and strong. But yeah, so she was like, life will take care of the little whores. Then you think, okay, we're probably done for a little bit, right? Like maybe everyone will go and recoup, get in the right headspace again, just relax, decompress, and then come up with a game plan. They don't do that. They don't at all, because Icardi then takes to Instagram once more. I think that we should throw his phone into the river or something, or put it at the very tippy top of the Eiffel Tower and see if he can get to it, because he just should not have access to his phone. He posts a photo of him and he's like awake in bed, and then you see Wanda, who is shirtless, but she's flipped over, so you only see her bare skin on her back, but you see her blonde hair. And she's hiding her face. He's got his shirt off, and it's like a very intimate photo.
Yeah.
But he writes the caption, when you're in a single mood on Instagram, but at night you come asking me for my forgiveness. What are we, Wanda? It's not very clear.
You're
He's literally trying to publicly shame her. He wants the world to think while she's playing the scorned wife online for her followers, she's privately crawling back to him every single night. But the fans are confused. They're like trying to can I tell you how crazy this drama got? People started becoming hand experts, where they were analyzing the length of Wanda's nails to see if they were taken at the timeline. So people are like, is this a current picture of Wanda?
Yeah.
Or is this an old picture of Wanda? People don't know. So
Yeah.
they're trying to investigate and do all of this. But regardless, it does not work in his favor. Fans are pissed off. They're like, even if it's not real, when you have been cheated on, there's so many emotions. Like, you might go back and forth, and that's her fucking prerogative. She can do whatever she wants. That within minutes, he panics and he deletes it. And then he puts up another pathetic Instagram story where he says, I'm going to sleep. Good night, everyone. And for his grand finale, he unfollows Wanda, and boop, following is 0.
Damn, the guy can't make up his mind.
No, it's like watching a car crash in slow motion where the driver keeps trying to like fix the bumper while the car is on fire, and you're like, just leave the whole thing. The car is on fire. You should just leave. It's gonna blow. Okay, but he just keeps trying. He just keeps trying. And then 9 days after that, after all, like, it's just seemed like the entire country was fighting. Can I tell you a funny side story? My Argentinian researcher was like, this is crazy, because back then when this was happening, she was so invested in the drama. And she had, I don't know, like, I don't know if she wants me to say, but she had like X amount of followers. And these are all friends. Like, these are just friends and family and mutuals that she had. And she posted something where it was like talking about the double standard of like, we should all be mad at Icardi. Like, why are we mad at everybody else? Like, he should be the first person we're mad at, and then we can be mad at other people. Something along those lines. And she lost 30 followers. And she's like, I'm losing my own friends and family to this drama. She said she was so shocked. She was like, what the hell is happening? I mean, this really divided the whole nation. People were up in arms about it, which makes sense. And so 9 days after all of this, okay, Wanda posts a picture of her with Icardi. And so, I mean, she had been doing this before, so maybe this is an old picture that she's recycling and she's trying to make a statement. However, the caption reads, I have nothing if I am not with him. And the internet said, what did you just say? For the past however long, over a week, everyone has been living inside this drama as if it were their own life, as if they were either Wanda, China, or Icardi. Everybody picked a person. It was a choose your own player type of video game. Everybody was going to fight random assholes online until 3 a.m., just refreshing feeds, commenting back, having internet fights. And you're back with him? You're just gonna be together again? Fans who had been posting hashtag Team Wanda for 9 days felt completely blindsided. Then she does a full post where she explains that she was really hurt by what happened, but they looked at each other and realized that they could not throw away 8 years of their lives together. They had actually gone to the lawyer to divorce, and Icardi had accepted all of her conditions for the divorce. But then she says that he wrote her a letter that made her change her mind. She says, he wrote me a letter like no one has ever written to me before. I gave you everything and you have everything. I hope you can be happy because that would make me happy. That's what he wrote, or at least part of what he wrote. And there I realized something, that having everything, I will still have nothing if I am not with him. Everyone said, bitch, be so fucking for real right now. Like, we're getting pissed off, okay? We're getting really mad. These are like the TikTok couples. Not couples, but like random couples that go viral on TikTok where the wife is publicly shaming her husband. And guess what? The public comes to shame her husband with her. And then she turns around and gets mad at us. She's like, you don't know our relationship. And I'm like, you just told me he's so mean to you. Right. I was looking out for you, okay? That's what she's doing. She's turning around and she's like, you guys don't know us. We're not going to throw away 8 years of our lives. Like, I love this man.
So right now we're still at 2021.
Yeah.
We're like 10 days into the drama.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And you're saying there's still like 4 years to go, 5 years to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the comments are a mix of shock, anger, something that feels kind of like grief. Everyone's like, why am I sad? Like, what? I just feel weird. Some people are saying, I feel deceived. I feel like I was betrayed. People were just, they were going through it. And then finally they said, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just let them do their thing. October 26th. That reconciliation letter gets leaked. That letter that changed Wanda's mind gets leaked. Okay, that I have nothing if I am not with him post. The little cozy photos, okay? So everyone's like, let's read this fucking letter. Let's read this letter. Let's send it to all the guys who have fucked up and see if we can learn something from this. Yanina, she's the one that leaks the letter, right?
Honestly, I don't understand.
Yeah, people said the minute that Yanina even mentions your relationship, just get a divorce. Because, like, there's going to be more shit that comes out. Yeah, I'm expecting something deep. But he goes with the H&M defense. You're like, what? Let me read you, okay? Which, side note, there's a saying in Argentina, which is, love is blind, but the neighbors are not. So this is like the prime example of that, where maybe Wanda reads this and because she's so blinded by love, she thinks it's great, but the neighbors are watching and they're like, what the? That is not love, okay? So inside the entire letter, all he is saying is that I gave you fucking everything. I'm rich and you're out on jets buying Birkins and I wear H&M clothes. And you don't even know that I buy my socks in bulk. What? Okay, what's going on? And then he was like, and after all of that, you still took these Instagram letters, like these Instagram messages and Telegram messages that mean nothing to me, and you ruined everything. Like, you went to the press, you overreacted, and you ruined everything. And he even throws in there, I hope the next footballer is 1% of what I was with you. You ruined everything over a shitty chat that meant nothing to me. You're blind and you can't even see beyond the phone anymore.
So it's like a very mean message.
Yeah. You just look at stupid things and send information to the press.
Yikes.
Everyone's like, this made you want to stay with him? That is crazy. But then people dug up like this old thing that Wanda had said. And she said that, the bar is low, but we're making it lower, okay? So Wanda was like, I just want a guy to write me like a handwritten message, love message. Huh? So I guess it didn't matter if it was mean. She just really wanted a handwritten note. So then now we think, okay, we're done. It's been about a month. All of this has died down. We already digested the I shop at H&M while I'm a millionaire letter. And everybody has kind of calmed down. And then boom, Wanda and Icardi state that they're doing an interview. And it's not just any interview. They're going on the Susanna show. And if you're not Argentinian, let me explain. Susanna is not a talk show host. I mean, she is, but she's like a cultural institution. She's like Oprah, Dolly Parton, Wendy Williams, all into this one champagne-loving entity that like exclusively seems to wear animal print Like, that is her. She has been doing this for over 50 years. Multiple generations have grown up watching her. She's interviewed the likes of everybody. She'll interview footballers when they're in the midst of a scandal. She'll interview soccer legends. She interviewed Messi. She'll interview Sharon Stone, Hollywood stars, presidents. I mean, her range is insane, okay? When you go on her show, it doesn't matter if you're 15 or 75. On any given night, 5 to 7 million people are watching her. Oh yeah, like even your dog is watching her. Everybody's watching her. And she has this way. I only know a few people who know how to do this, and they're not even like professional interviewers. She has this magical ability to ask the most intrusive, offensive question that if anybody else asked, you'd be like, oh, so you want to get slapped because you're a dumb bitch, okay? But the way she does it is almost like a confused aunt. Like, you have to explain it to me because I'm so lost. Why are you a home-wrecking ass hoe? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it's just like...
It's just like that. That's good.
No, like,
Do that again.
if anybody else said this, people would be so offended. But she gets away with things that no other interviewer, no other journalist could ever get away with because it just doesn't feel mean. So Susanna enters the chat, and this is... It's like the Epstein files where all of them be going on like 60 Minutes afterwards to be like, I barely knew Epstein. I thought he was a creep. I met him once, you know, like that type of vibe. It's like you go to Susanna so that you can get the stamp of approval. Because that's the only reason. If Susanna looks at you and looks at your responses and says, no, I think you're lying, then the whole world is going to hate you more. But if Susanna looks at you and gives her stamp of approval of like, okay, I think that you just meant well, but it didn't come out correctly, then you get all this sympathy. I mean, I could honestly do like a whole 10-part series on Susanna and her lore. She's like the final boss of all the Argentinian celebrities. She actually sat through an entire interview with this renowned pianist. And she keeps like showing him these photos and she's so enthusiastic. She's like, here, look at this photo. Look at this photo. He's blind. She didn't know the whole interview. She didn't know. Nobody told her. So she just like keeps trying to show him things like visually. And then near the end, she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was like... But for some reason, again, she doesn't do it in a way that's offensive. Like, it was not like this really, whoa, why are you doing this? This is highly inappropriate and offensive, and like, we're actually very upset with you. She just seems like she always means well. So when Wanda and Icardi announce that they're going on Susanna's show, everybody is like, oh, we know what they're doing. They're trying to save the brand. They're saving their relationship family image. They're trying to get out of the trenches and move back on. And they're going to the Vatican of gossip. That's what Susanna is called. The interview is done at a 4,300 euro a night suite in the Ritz in Paris. The Eiffel Tower is just like glowing in the background. And Wanda's in there with an emerald green suit. She looks glamorous, but also ready for some sort of battle. And she explains that she feels really sad about calling China a cunt. She takes it back. And she says the first thing I did after I posted that story was I called China and I asked for forgiveness because I used a word that was not very elegant. Nobody believes her, by the way, because then she later goes on to say the little whore, you know? So everyone's like, okay, weird time to lie, but that's fine. And when Susanna asks, like, but were you friends with China? Because that would make the situation worse. She says, we were cordial. And then she does the knockout. If it were me, I wouldn't have written those messages. So Wanda is basically trying to be very polite all of a sudden, very professional. And she's saying, if I were China, I would not send those messages showing off my tits and stuff. Like, that's the vibe. She's giving 5 million viewers, like, I would never stoop to be a side chick. You know, and she's rewriting all of these past scandals. And she lays out how she discovered the whole thing. She said that she had just grabbed Icardi's phone because she wanted to get a picture of their daughters off of his phone to send to herself. And she saw these notifications pop up. So she clicked open Telegram, and that's how she saw their chat messages. And she confronted him on the spot the day of. She scooped up all 5 kids, so the 2 daughters that they share and the 3 sons that she has with Maxi. She goes straight to Milan on the first flight that's that's available. Icardi chased her down, begging her to think of the family and just all of this. Oh, and then Susanna's like, I heard a rumor that he was willing to ditch his soccer team, like quit soccer for you to take him back. And Wanda just snorts a laugh and she says, he told me that, but who knows if it's true. At this point, she explains the whole Paris hotel situation. Wanda says she has known, this is like not a good look, but she says, I've known Icardi since he was 17. Again, not a great thing to start with, okay? But she says that she can tell when he's lying. She can tell when something's up. And he told her nothing happened in that hotel with China. They were in the hotel room, but nothing happened. And Susanna's like, how did nothing happen? And she says, because he had a really bad fever. He was not in a state to even do anything.
Then what the is China doing there?
Exactly. Just taking care of his fever. And then at the end of the interview, Icardi walks in and he gives Wanda like a sloppy kiss, and they sit next to each other holding hands, acting like they are the most solid couple in existence, and they're trying to sell us this story so damn hard. And afterwards, everyone's just fatigued. People have their opinions about the interview, but overall, everybody's exhausted. They're like, if you want to burn your house down, just don't involve us next time. Like, we were just part of the play and we didn't like that, so just go and do your own thing. And then a few days later, China does her first real interview. She goes on to speak with another journalist, Alejandro. He's like a veteran interviewer known for long-form serious conversations. He's not as known for gossip and scandal. He's more known for like philosophical one-on-one conversations where he lets people talk for like an hour without interrupting. And so China is already sending a message by going on to him. Like, this is not tea spilling. I'm just trying to have this it's like going on 60 Minutes versus, going on a chill interview. And the only thing you can get out of this interview is she doesn't address anything. She just says, I don't feel the need to give explanations. I will only give explanations to my kids, not the press, not the public. I don't even think I need to explain myself to my partners. That's not who I am. And that's it. And people were like, you're actually insane, okay? Like, you can't say, I don't like to give explanations to my partners when you have like a very murky dating history. Like, you sound like you're trying to be women empowerment, but everything you've been doing is like kind of not that. So it's very confusing. We're just a little bit confused right now. And so people get even more mad at her after this interview. She gets dropped by a bunch of brands. She's like a PR walking hazard. China's like going through it with her career. Icardi's also going through it with his career. So like he's a repentant dog is how people were describing him. Yeah, he won his wife back. He's allowed back in the house. He's out of the doghouse. But like at what cost? He's being publicly humiliated, mocked, memed into oblivion. He's in a very male-dominated sport with a lot of misogynistic fans who don't think that any man should ever beg for a woman. So all of his fans are like, you're not the CEO of your own empire and we don't like you. And then Wanda, her fire doesn't even just burn down her own mansion. Her sister's now getting a divorce from her husband, Jacob, who was the lookout. And Wanda is now humiliated. Everyone went to bat for Wanda. And then now they're like, you're just as dumb as we are, okay? We're all dumb. And now you're no longer the queen. We're all just dumb bitches, okay? So everything is just not a good time. Not a good time. And so for the next year, we're in like a up, down, where if Wanda is happy with her relationship with Icardi, it's more posts in the private jet, family above all, posting romantic smooches under the Eiffel Tower. And then he's following a lot of people when their relationship is good. And then you can tell when it's bad because it goes back to just following Wanda.
Way.
It's like up and down. And people are like, oh my God. At this point, there was like one gossip column who was doing updates on their relationship nonstop based off of their Instagram post. And it was like, update 437 of like what's happening with Wanda and Icardi. But by mid-2022, Wanda moves back to Argentina so that she can be on the Masked Singer, like Argentina's version of the Masked Singer. And she starts like posting with this one guy. El Gante. He's like, I guess, Argentina's version of a SoundCloud rapper. It's not like that there's no rappers in Argentina, but he has a very specific vibe that can only really be compared to like an American SoundCloud rapper.
Okay.
So obviously much smaller, and it's kind of a sub-genre. Like he does like kind of a sub-genre of music, and it's certain beats mixed with certain type of cultural references, and it's like the polar opposite of a polished millionaire footballer lifestyle that Wanda is living in.
Right, okay.
So she's like constantly posting with him. And everyone thought it was just a marketing stunt for the entire show. But by the end of 2022, paparazzi photos leak of them kissing. But they still continue to insist that they're just friends. I don't know how that's possible, but they're like, we're just friends. She's still married to Icardi. Then October 2022, they drop a music video. She's the main lead love interest in this music video. It's called The Last Romantic. And the chemistry in that video reportedly was so strong, Icardi books an unannounced flight from Paris to Argentina, shows up at Wanda's door in what can only be described as blind, unannounced rage. That's what reports were saying. So now people are confused. Is she separated? Are they getting a divorce? Like the status has been changing every single week. We don't know. And according to Yanina, who has been very factual throughout all of this, you know, the gossip columnist and like the reporter, she's saying, you know, they were together. Icardi and Wanda were having a rough spot. She got together with the rapper El Gante, and then her parents don't like, her mom doesn't approve, her sister doesn't approve, even her longtime hairdresser and close friend doesn't approve. Like nobody approves. They staged an intervention. And Icardi, he's turning the kids against her to stop this romance because he doesn't approve of El Gante. Everybody's trying to stop this romance. So finally, Wanda's like, you know what?
Fine.
I'm not going to do it anymore. So then, you know, they're back together again, it seems. So they get back together early 2023. And for the next year, it's up and down, up and down. We don't know what's going on, up and down. New cryptic Instagram posts, new crying posts, new jet posts, up and down, up and down. July 2024, El Gante chooses violence. He doesn't just release a new song, he releases it with, you guessed it,
China!
Suarez! The title of the song is called Cry Like a Repentant Man. And it's like a not so subtle dig at both Wanda and Icardi. So it's not just digging at Wanda, it's like about betrayal, regret, moving on. Like the shade is so thick that you can cut it with a knife. El Gante even has the audacity to tag Wanda in the Instagram story asking for forgiveness. Like, forgive me for this, because he's like, I know you're about to be so pissed off. Wanda plays the cool girl card, and she's like, zero resentment, I always forgive, right? But we all know that she's probably throwing her phone across the room. And then China goes on with some cryptic Instagram posts. She's like posting, ooh, I have so much I could say. Like, finally feeling like I want to talk now. And it's just getting messy all over again. We're rehashing the beef from 2021, now in 2024. And then, days after El Gante and China's video drops, Wanda announces that she and Icardi are breaking up. This is their 7th public breakup since 2021. They've had like other breakups where it seems like they're falling off, and then, but like 7th public, like, hey everyone, I would like you to know. And we're like, we don't want to know. We don't need to know. We don't want to know. And she posted, I decided to end it, but Icardi and I will continue to be a family. She said, giving it another go just didn't work. And everyone's like, we could have told you that like years ago, but okay, whatever. And so some people are commenting, see you in 3 months. See you in fucking 3 months when you post another private jet pic with the whole family. And then by the end of 2024, pictures of Wanda and El Gante start to circulate on social media.
Old pictures?
No, new ones.
Oh, so Wanda went back to the rapper.
Yeah, they're not just like hanging out. They're looking very cozy. Okay, like very cozy. And then, this is where it blows up. So November 2024, they go on an Instagram live, El Gante and Wanda. And El Gante says, we've been celebrating 3 years as a couple today. Do the math.
Right.
He tells the audience, do the math.
Oh, shit.
If you do the math,
Yeah.
they were together when Wanda did that interview with Susanna saying that she's gonna be with Icardi. What the fuck is happening? She's been with El Gante this whole time?
She's living a double life.
So people are like, what is happening? This live is the catalyst for Icardi's total meltdown. He goes from desperate to scary overnight. Within 48 hours, Icardi flies to Argentina, literally squats in Wanda's apartment. And some people say it was like a siege. He had to get evicted from Wanda's apartment. It was like a
He
whole
has no
thing.
idea.
Yeah, I think he didn't know.
Oh, so you're saying Wanda has been cheating the whole time?
That's what El Gante is alleging.
Oh, shit.
He's been cheating
She's
the
been
whole
playing
time.
5D chess.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Allegedly, while she's doing this interview of like, we're gonna be together. And so he's like, what the fuck? He flies from Paris to Argentina.
But what? Okay, but you're saying the rapper is doing the live with Wanda.
Yeah, and she's just like, you're so dumb. She's like, oh my God, you're so dumb.
That's crazy. Why would they say that
I
though?
don't know.
They know what's gonna come after
Yeah.
this.
And so later in another interview, Wanda reveals the details and they're terrifying. Okay, this, if it's true, it's really bad. Wanda said that Icardi locked her in a dressing room so that she couldn't leave and told her that they need to fix things. He allegedly threatened if she didn't see him, he would show up with China, wherever China was, and kiss her publicly. So like, it's not like abusive or anything, but okay, locking her in the room is abusive. But also like Wanda has said a lot of shit that is not true. So like, I don't know what's true, okay? So she's just like, it was terrifying. Like, he locked me in the room. He's like, we got to figure this out. And if you don't want to figure it out, I'm going to go make out with China. She said it was a freaking nightmare. She also said that he called her phone 700 times that week. She didn't answer. He started sending threatening messages to her mom, her best friend, hairdresser, and confidant. Her sister, just the ultimatum was, if Wanda doesn't come, if Wanda doesn't want to talk to me, I am going to go to China and make out with her. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, like, how can people be so messy? Every single one of them is so messy. How is Maxi Lopez the least messy? How is Messi the least messy? No, but
Is Messi in the room with us?
See, they couldn't be messy, so they decided to be messy.
That's good.
Why did you?
No, that's good. That's
Okay, and then hits the fan. November 28th, 2024. There's a restaurant. It's like a trendy dining district along the river in Buenos Aires. And a lot of celebrities go there to be seen. So, it's like if celebrities go to certain places in LA, you're not going there to be low key and hide out. You're being there to be paparazzi'd. It's like the ultimate party scene. And Wanda and El Gante are at one table together, being very public about their quote unquote friendship, okay? And then, like, another table nearby, Icardi is sitting there with his friend. 2 tables from Icardi is China.
Is this real?
Yes. And
No fucking way.
so Wanda.
Is it a coincidence?
Seems like, I don't know if it was like Wanda showed up, so then Icardi showed up, and then Icardi called China and was like, you better show up. I don't know. And China was like, you know what? This woman ruined my life, so I'm going to show up.
crazy.
I don't know if it was like that or if it was a genuine coincidence.
Are the paparazzis like foaming at their mouth?
Yes.
Like
And
they're
so
taking out like which table to shoot, right?
at one point, Wanda walks straight up to China's table and says, you get near El Gante, and what Pampita did to you is nothing compared to what I'll do to you if you stay in my life.
Oh.
And then China ends up in tears, Wanda storming out, and Icardi is just sitting there laughing.
Wow, this is iconic.
So then the very next morning, Icardi has to go to court for a psychological evaluation. I think it was like part of their divorce. Allegedly, he shows up drunk. But guess who's driving?
Who's driving
Him
Icardi?
to court.
The brother-in-law.
China Suarez.
Wait, he's back with China?
They don't publicly say it at that time, but China Suarez is driving him. Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah, December 2024, Wanda goes up on a talk show and says our marriage is legally done for. And that same month, she leaks the 2018 message archives. These are messages between her and China where China was fangirling over Wanda. So this is when everything is going well with Icardi and Wanda. And China is messaging Wanda, like talking about how her kids are so pretty, even talking about her own scandal. So China is like, the whole avocado and blanket incident. She's like, Pampita she wanted to kill me. She makes the other woman look crazy. It's like another firing squad of people on the internet getting re-mad, even though everybody's broken up. Like her and Icardi are broken up.
Yeah.
She's now with El Gante. But these screenshots, people are like, I freaking knew it. Like she's always been crazy. It just becomes this huge unraveling up until January 2025. Icardi has filed multiple lawsuits in Milan claiming that Wanda, quote, stole 7 million euros from their joint bank account. And Wanda fired back with accusations of domestic harassment and financial control. They had this huge courtroom battle. May 2025, Wanda came in with this all pink Lamborghini dressed in a suit. Like, I love when celebrities go to court for divorce, for things like divorce, okay? I always feel like they're cosplaying with the suit in their pink Lamborghini. Like, the pink Lamborghini is a lot to show up in court. And, like, the suit was giving, like, very high fashion suit. It wasn't like a lawyer suit. It was like... It was like the oversized baggy blazer with the baggy tie, the glasses, the hair, and like the pencil, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. I live for these moments when it's divorce. Not that I want divorce, but like when it's not criminal court. Okay. Continuing. Then Icardi, in this whole courtroom battle, alleges that she was sleeping with another one of his teammates. We don't know if this is true, but yeah.
So all of them are messy.
Oh, yeah. But none of them play like Messi, so. Yeah, all of them are messy. And while all of this is happening, there is a post that goes live of Icardi hugging China. And the caption is, they say the best stories begin when you least expect them. Who knows? It's a matter of destiny that always finds a way to bring the two people together no matter how much time passes or how many paths must be traveled, because there are encounters that seem written in the stars. Today, I don't need any more signs. I know that with you, I am where I should be.
Bruh.
And however, China does a follow-up Instagram post, and because pettiness can never leave, she doesn't do like a dedicated post for Icardi. She posts pictures of her hugging Wanda and Icardi's daughters, wrapped in her arms, smiling at the camera like a fresh family portrait. And then she writes in text, love always triumphs over hate, positioning herself as love and Wanda as hate. She is Wanda-ing Wanda. No, she is the Icardi. No, I don't even know. Icardi'd. No, hold on. Icardi'd Maxi Lopez. China Suarez Icardi'd Wanda. Bruh, a lot of comments are like, if he only spent all this energy on the field, he could have been
Messy.
but instead yeah, so this is where we are at now. Not over. I forgot to tell you the craziest thing.
Okay.
After China and Icardi decide that they're going to start publicly dating, Wanda hits them with some receipts. She's like, oh, love? You were falling in love with China? Let me tell you what was happening while you were falling in love with China. In fact, let me tell everybody what was happening. She posts these very intimate text messages between her and Icardi, where Icardi is mass texting Wanda. This is how I want to put you and fuck you completely, winky face. The way you like it, exclamation, 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 exclamation. And I know you're dying for it too. For fucking me, and everything. Everything. Okay. But you play crazy. You act offended. You act mean with me. Exclamation, Wanda hasn't responded. Exclamation, exclamation.
What?
Will you give me a chance? Question mark, question mark. Because I want to fuck you and fill you completely with... I want to fill your hamburger with my milk. And then she doesn't respond. Will you let me? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Will you let me? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And then she doesn't respond, so he does the eye roll emoji. And then she doesn't respond. A day later, he texts again. Will you let me? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Bro, he's crashing out.
Everyone starts. It's a new sitcom. Icardi has been cast as a glass of milk and Wanda's a hamburger. People are photoshopping that. And it's just fucking everywhere. People start getting videos of Icardi playing soccer, but they turn him into a glass of milk and just scoring goals. It's just like so embarrassing. People are like, what is happening right now? And people start doing, you know, the meme right now that's really big where it's where someone is like dressed like an old poet and they're writing like Shakespearean text. And people are like, this is Icardi, how he felt about himself writing those messages. Let me fill your whole hamburger with milk. And it's like an old poet. And then in the end of 2025, Wanda drops a commercial. This is huge. The timing is pure poison. So by this point, Wanda is not trying to get with Icardi. She's just exposing him. Like, while you're talking to China, falling in love with China, guess you were also in my messages. Now, a random person goes rogue. There's a model by the name of Natasha Ray, and she claims around this time that Icardi had slid into her DMs in 2021. So when he's like back together with Wanda, and he was sending all these messages, and one of them happened to be a picture of his peen, and she's like, well, and he's got a ton of tattoos, so we could actually like do the identification work. Yeah, it's like basically taking a nude with your face in it, because if you got tattoos and your tattoo is in the nude, you might as well put your face in it. And it was very a lot of people who Yanina is like, it's him, it's him. Everyone's like, it's him. And he was exposing very little.
Very little what? His peen?
They said his peen is very little.
Oh.
They said his peen is very little. Like a little peanut. Okay? So people started nicknaming him, which translates to the Peanut Man. Because he's got a little peanut. So Wanda, being the tactical genius that she is, she decides that she's going to do, this is around the time that everyone is like, oh my God, he's got a little peanut, but he's also busy posting pictures of him and China moving in together. Like it's getting really serious. And like, you know that really famous peanut brand in America? Like with the Peanut Man?
Yeah, Peanut Man, yeah.
There's like a Argentinian counterpart to it. And Wanda does an ad with the Peanut Man. And she's just snacking on tiny, little, barely there peanuts. And she just deadpan looks into the camera and says, I know a secret. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so she basically is saying, yeah, and that is where we are at.
I just know this is so not over.
No, it's so not over.
None of them are taking a break from this.
No, it'll never be over.
Like, they're gonna spin around and someone's gonna get Uno reverse Icardi.
I feel like Maxi Lopez has to start dating.
Make a return. China.
Yes.
Icardi start dating
El Gante.
Exactly.
Like I just, there's gonna be another rendition. There's gonna be another part 3. Just stay tuned because there's no way this is over. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts? Who is the chess master here? Who got chess mastered and who is the chess master? Because I don't even know at this point.
Wanda definitely is
She's
taking
the
the
chess
crown.
master. Because if she really was dating El Gante this whole time,
yeah,
that's peak insane chess mastery.
Yeah. And then that peanut commercial, that's good.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.